let me tell you about something chilling that happened in a small village tucked away in the mountains. You know those places where everyone knows each other, where time seems to stand still and old traditions are still very much alive. Well, this is one of those stories that the locals still whisper about. It started on a particularly cold autumn evening, the kind where the wind whispers through bare tree branches and creates shadows that dance on wooden walls. Old Mrs. Chen, who ran the only convenience store in the village, was the first to notice something wasn't quite right. She was closing up shop, just like any other night, when she heard the distinct sound of a child's laughter. Nothing unusual about that, except it was nearly midnight, and no children lived on that street anymore. The youngest family had moved away years ago. The next day, several villagers reported seeing a small figure in a traditional white dress standing near the abandoned elementary school. Some said the figure would appear and disappear like morning mist, always leaving behind the faint scent of burning incense. What really sent chills down everyone's spine was when Li Wei, the village chief's grandson, showed everyone a photograph he'd taken on his phone. It showed a group of children playing in the schoolyard, but in the background, there was a girl with long black hair, her face completely white, staring directly at the camera. The thing is, when Li Wei took that photo, the schoolyard was empty. The village elders eventually revealed a tragic story from 50 years ago. A young girl had disappeared during the village's annual autumn festival. They never found her, but her favorite white dress was discovered near the old well behind the school, covered in strange markings. The sightings continued for weeks. Sometimes it was just glimpses, a shadow moving against the laws of light, the sound of small footsteps in empty hallways. Other times, people would wake up to find their family photos rearranged, with tiny handprints in the dust. The most terrifying incident happened when the village tried to demolish the old school building. Every piece of equipment mysteriously broke down. One man swears he heard a child's voice saying, "This is my home." To this day, the old school still stands. And on quiet nights, especially during the autumn festival, locals say you can hear the faint sound of a child's laughter echoing through the empty corridors. Some say she's still looking for her way home. Others believe she's protecting the village in her own way. But here's the strangest part. Since her appearances began, not a single child in the village has ever gone missing again. Maybe some ghosts aren't here to haunt us after all. Maybe they're here to remind us of something we should never forget.